Coming up on Mountain News this morning, Eastern Kentucky communities give back to the families of the officers who lost their lives because of the shooting in Floyd County. And people come together to honor those officers during a special vigil held by a local business.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning to you. It is 6 o'clock on the dot. I'm Dakota Makris. Thank you so much for waking up with us on this Tuesday morning. And well, I guess most of y'all are heading back to work. And who else is back to work? No other than Brandon Robinson himself. Brandon, I hope you had a good 4th of July holiday. I know you deserved it, but
had a rare holiday. I'm usually right here with you in the trenches.
It's okay. I held down the fort.
I know you did. I'm proud of you, and I appreciate that. But today we're back in action, and of course, showers and storms and 3 days potential of severe weather on the way. Let's take a look and see what's going on there this morning. Not too much on the satellite radar, not too much going on at all this morning, so we're in pretty good shape. Some fog out there, so be aware of that as you travel through the first part of your day. We are going to see I-75 at Corbin, though, looking pretty good as we head into the first part of this Tuesday, post July 4th. We go on into the temperatures. They're on the mild side this morning. Dew points are way up there, so we're continuing to watch that as well. And you see 60s out toward Clinton. Look at Wise has jumped to 70 in the last few minutes after being at 64 at last check there. Not even 5 minutes ago. 69 still Harlan and Middlesboro. 75 there in Jackson and Prestonsburg. Some of the warmer spots, but a lot of 70s out there today. Looking at the average high for this time of the year is 85. The forecast high is 91. The record is 94, set back on this day in 1993. Dakota?
Well, we are following a story in Martin County where Kentucky State Police is investigating a deadly officer-involved shooting. The shooting happened off New Route 3 on Sandlick Road in the Davila community overnight. Now, the Martin County coroner says at least one person was killed. KSP Post 9 tells us it is no longer an active scene, but the investigation is ongoing. We will update you on this story as more information becomes available. Well, it will be a long week of saying goodbye and remembrances in Floyd County. Visitation services are underway for 2 of the 3 officers killed during an ambush last week. 3 funerals will also be taking place. People are attending those visitation services and memorials set up to the 3 officers and a K-9 who died. Arfield Pendleton has more on how the officers are being remembered and honored.
Many from Floyd County and beyond turned out Sunday to visit with the family and friends of the law officers, and that continued Monday.
Sympathy, pure sympathy. Feel sorry for them, and ain't nothing nobody can do to help them but just tell them that we love them.
In Prestonsburg, memorials are set up in front of City Hall and the courthouse. There, people can leave balloons, flowers, and messages to the 3 officers, and even Drago, the K-9.
Yes, and I'm glad to see, though, that he is getting recognized just like the rest. He should be.
Margaret Clausen says Drago was a protector and never backed down on a mission.
He got a lot of drugs and a lot of people off the streets. He was a good dog. He was just beautiful.
All of this has cast a dark cloud on this community on what would normally be a day of celebrations in the 4th of July. People using this holiday to pay honor, respect, and memory. But many are pouring in to help those grieving and feeling immense loss. The Billy Graham Evangelistic Association came from North Carolina to offer support.
Sometimes by them expressing their relationship, what they know about these individuals helps them cope, heal, and move forward.
Shocking that something like that would happen in this community. Something so evil would happen in this community.
People drawing strength from others to get through it. In Floyd County, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
The Prestonsburg mayor tells us that there are plans to have a service for Drago on Friday, also at the Mountain Arts Center. Law enforcement in surrounding counties are pitching in to support police in Floyd County. The Floyd County Sheriff's Office lost 7 vehicles, 5 of which the sheriff says are totaled, along with other gear that was destroyed. Other agencies from Jefferson and Washington counties and more have pitched in to provide what is needed. Floyd County Sheriff John Hunt says the support is critical.
when you're sitting here, you know, you're pretty much shut down. You don't have cars, you don't have, you know, some of your drivers, obviously you don't need cars for, but it's humbling to know that resources come piling in from other sheriffs just to help us get by until we can get back on our feet.
Hunt says he hopes to create legislation that would allow sheriff departments in other counties to work in their county without having to get consent. Rudy's Bakery here in Hazard held a prayer vigil for the officers who died in the Allen shooting. Law enforcement in the Perry County area, along with locals, gathered to show unity following the tragic shooting. The Perry County Sheriff's Department has sent out officers to patrol in Floyd County to fill in for those grieving. Sheriff Joe Ingles says they are all one big family.
We're just kind of all one big community back here. We train together, we go to school together. These guys, we kind of intertwine as communities, and they're all of our brothers.
Well, Hazard Mayor Happy Mobilini said the city raised about $4,500 yesterday for the victims' families. Well, as people from all around search for ways to help the Floyd County communities impacted by Thursday's tragic shooting, some Prestonsburg businesses are stepping up to do what they can. WYMT's Buddy Forbes has more about a design for Drago.
A region reeling with the loss of 4 police officers.
A small town, you know everybody, so I knew that I would be affected personally by at least one of those injuries.
3 uniformed heroes and a canine with a passion for protecting.
It affected me on a different level because I've done animal rescue for almost 12 years now, so animals isn't just what I do for a living, and it's not what I like. Like, this is literally who I am as a person.
Hearing about the death of Floyd County Canine Deputy Drago, Lou's Place for Pets owner Sheena Maynard knew she wanted to do what she could to help.
That's where I knew my place in all of this.
Knowing the importance of Drago's work, while also dealing with the deaths of Jacob Chaffins, William Petrie, and Ralph Frazier, she and Shirt Gallery owner Gina Rose made a plan to give something back to a department that has lost so much.
We have kept it local. These shirts were designed local. They're being made local, you know, and we're selling them here local.
T-shirts honoring the police pup, the proceeds of which will be given to the Floyd County Sheriff's Office when they decide to move toward bringing in a new canine to protect, as Drago always has.
Not that he could ever be replaced, but we do need a predecessor. We do need a new canine.
Helping to cover the costs that come with priceless police paws.
It's way beyond just adopting or purchasing a dog and having them here to serve us.
A mission that has already brought in more than 700 orders.
We have shirts going out currently to Indiana, New York, New Jersey, Michigan, Virginia, West Virginia, just kind of all over the East Coast currently. So lots of people are affected by this, and lots of people are looking to chip in and help.
Hoping to lighten the load and help with the community's healing. In Floyd County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
A funeral service for Drago will be held this Friday at the Mountain Arts Center at 6 p.m. Now, Maynard says it will be a dog-friendly service for the dog who is a friend to all he served. In respect for the victims of the shooting, the Martin City Police Department took to Facebook to ask community members not to shoot any fireworks within the city limits or near the Nelson Frazier Funeral Home. In the Facebook post, department officials said, quote, "Dear City of Martin, we would like to ask that out of respect for our fallen brothers that you refrain from shooting any fireworks within the city limits or anywhere near the Nelson Frazier Funeral Home that would be just outside of the city limits. We thank you in advance and would ask that you continue to pray for everyone involved in this incident, especially the families of those that paid the ultimate sacrifice," end quote. Well, after canceling its fireworks show for last night, the city of Pikeville has rescheduled the show for Friday. The show will begin at 9:45 p.m. Monday night's event was canceled to pay respect to the officers killed during the shooting in Allen. Beginning at sunrise this morning to sunset on Thursday, flags across the Commonwealth will be lowered to half-staff at state government buildings. Governor Andy Beshear has ordered all flags to be lowered to half-staff in honor of the fallen Floyd County officers. The governor encourages all individuals, businesses, and government organizations or agencies to join in this tribute. The Hazard Lions Club honored Independence Day by putting up flags around the town. Club members headed out early Monday morning to place flags around different parts of the city. The club's secretary, Cindy Francis, tells us they had 4 vehicles going around the town, putting up more than 200 flags altogether. She says the tradition started 50 years ago.
We do it for the community because if people hadn't fought for our freedom, we wouldn't be able to do it.
The Lions Club plans to put up American flags around Hazard again on Labor Day. The club puts up flags 6 times a year.
Coming up on 6:10, and we are looking again at the possibility for some warm and muggy conditions this morning. Let's take a look at those temperatures out there. 65 Clintwood, 69 in Harlan and Middlesboro. Everybody else is in the 70s, with 75 being in the warm spot in Jackson and Prestonsburg. Dew points above 70 in many locations this morning. So again, soupy out there. Instant sweat levels in a lot of areas. 91 this afternoon, so a hot and humid day. But some rain chances will cool us off. Unfortunately, some of those showers and storms could pack a punch, especially some of those storms there a little bit later today. So stay weather aware, keep your guard up. Toasty stretch of weather continues for the next couple of days. I actually need to change that strong storms the next 3 days, not just 2 days, 3 days. And that summertime weather pattern continues as we head deeper into the forecast. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you very much. It's 6:10 when we come back here on Mountain News this morning. A mass shooting as a 4th of July celebration leaves several people dead. We'll have more details on that in just a few minutes.